Hey guys, we're back with another video. With some exciting news, which we'll say at the end. So watch through and find out what I mean. This time we're gonna look at wargear. We looked a little bit at beginner gear, the research gear, the construction gear in another video, but wargear it's important, okay? And you only get access to a lot of wargear at level 60, and it's huge wargear. So I'd recommend joining a guild with someone that is level 60 or close to level 60 and taking advantage of them and them being the rally leader on dark nests and stuff like that, and then going from there. But once you hit level, before level 60 you can start to build your level 60 gear regardless. It doesn't, just because it's a level 60 piece of gear or a level 55 piece of gear, it doesn't mean you can't build it at level 30. You can build it at any level. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the event equipments and sort of explain what you should build. And we'll see. Champion gear. To give you guys an idea of how expensive this is, for one full set, there's 3 sets. It might be 4. There's 3 sets, okay. And each set is it'll cost about $80,000 to max out. Forget about it, okay? If you are going to build it, build one piece of gear at a time. For example, I actually have 2 pieces of gear. I have this champion plate, and I have this champion lamp. And only focus one. If you're going to buy them, and I mean, you gotta be willing to spend a lot, make sure you buy this pack here, the $20 pack Rising Champion, and don't buy the $100 pack. Wait, if I can find it. Don't know if it is on. No, it doesn't like it. Okay, so make sure you buy the $20 pack, not the $100 pack. The $100 pack is a ripoff. Way back when I started, the $20 pack wasn't even a deal. It wasn't even available to us, and I wish it was. I'd be full champion right now if it was. You guys are really lucky to have it. The Steam Path stat, another one you can forget about. This is for tier 5, only for tier 5, and I assume, at least, assume that if you have tier 5, then you'll be willing, you'd probably have an idea of what you want to build with gear. Hard rots, this is training speed. I don't see any other, I don't see any value here other than training speed, okay? Early game, I guess the production might be a tiny bit better, the resource gathering speed might help. I use, people might use it for Guildfest, vs Greaves, but we're interested in war, okay? Voodoo Shaman, this is familiars. Hunter, this is monsters. Tidal Titan, okay. The bane of my existence. This is quite a topic. This doesn't need rares, okay? Really early game at level 40. The second you hit level 40, you can probably get this to purple. And it's decent stats. It's infantry 5%, cav 5%. It's probably worth building. Call of the Deep, I wouldn't bother, okay? People use it. And whilst it's good, there's better. Kraken's Anchor, I built this up to purple, and I regret it so badly. Even as a low spender, I'd focus the Tacit. So I'd build the Ekra an enemy, and I'd build the Tacit, and they should be your focus here. The Tacit you can use for your infantry or your cav set. It is good in both. It'll give you some good army stats. You can even use it in your midst set, okay? 14% midst HP and 42% to 2 different troop types. It's huge. We'll take it down to a more realistic place for you to get it as free-to-play. Blue, you're still getting 4% HP and 14% on 2 troop attacks. So, it's very high value, okay? Bon appetit. This early game, right, and this is another one of them things where if you hit level 40, build it, okay? Get it to purple, that's 6% on 2 tube types. So again, nice stats, just all around. These 2? Okay, Decadent Sword, Hedonic Curious, forget about them. Forget they exist, do not build them. You want to focus entirely on this, okay? At level 1, these give 4% infantry range, infantry stack, 4% range stack, and some HPs to them. You can probably get it to blue, free to play. That's still huge stats. Mine's purple, still good stats. I still use it at purple. If you can get it to gold, good on you. You're probably going to be one of the strongest people around. It's very expensive to get there. The issue with this, it's 13 rares, okay? Just like this, it is 11 rares. That takes a while. You'll learn that these two take a while, and you should only build one, okay? Only build one Ambrosial Cup. Don't build a second. Don't build a third. Definitely don't build more unless you're willing to spend a lot. Tacit, obviously build one. It's a leg piece. Queen Bee. This one, you've got a lot you can do, okay? If you're willing to spend a lot. Bumblehelm, okay? It's 10 rares. It's insanely good stats. 20% army max HP. Free to play, you get it blue easily, okay? Well, easily. It'll probably take you some time. 14%, 14%, 9.4. Or you can go for the one that is half the price and get the Carapace. It's army defense, okay? The attack stats are huge. It's one of the best ranged attack chess pieces out there. Cavalry, not so much. We've got better. But if you make it your range set, you put it in your chess piece, it's one of the best. We will hit hard. The army defense, we don't care. It's not really one to put in your mid set, because army defense doesn't really do much at all. So yeah, here, between these two, all the time, it really early on, again, honeycomb traps won't hurt. You'll have a million of these things, okay? None of these are rare. This is slightly rarer than the rest, but you'll get there a lot quicker than any other things. Mecha Trojan, this is really good infantry gear and cavalry gear. Both of these are worth building. Whether you use both is, your own choice. These, forget about them. This, I don't think it's particularly worth it, but some people do. Consider it, for sure. It's good stats. But I'd forget about it. You'd be much better off spending all of it on these three here. All of these three at the top are worth it. This is 2 blueprints. This is 2. And this is an expensive one with 8. So you could max out, you could get both of these 2 to gold for the same price. Actually, you could get them both to mythic for the same amount of rares. You could get this to gold. So, maybe not focus it. I'm not saying don't. It's an amazing item. I use it. I almost have one to mythic. I'm very, very close. 1 away. Oh, actually, yeah, still 1 away. But once it's mythic, it'll be insane. These are all basically best in slots. Not quite. I'm gonna have some people say, no, they're not. No, they're not. You got champion. No, they're not. You got this one thing that's slightly better, but no, they're all basically up there. This is best in slot. Black Ring, Dragon's Talons, Dragon's Fists. Focus them. Forget about the other 2. Okay. This is only 2 rares. Okay. This is 8. Get your Dragon's Fist up. Okay. It is insane for your cav set. Insane. And you'll hit like a tank. And this is good to throw in your mid set. Alright, it might only have cavalry attack, but it has army max HP 20% at gold. 28% at mythic. You can get this to gold free to play. You can. It is entirely possible. You focus just this, you'll get there in no time. You'll have to forget about your talons, sure. Okay. It's not the end of it. I mean, you could get blue talons, and it wouldn't really cost you much, right? Definitely focus the talons though on after this. Saberfang, Beast Helm, goes without saying. The rest, This is for your speed set. If you're building a speed set, build them. They're cheap. Ripper Claw is a potential early item. Okay, it's only one Bloodsucker. And it's got good stats. Good cav attack and travel speed. It's something I built on one of my ults and I didn't regret it at all. So I'm just going to mention it, you know. Most of this here though is all speed. So speed, 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 speed. Oh, every single one has travel speed, okay? But this is your focus. Even as free to play, you can probably get it to blue. Still insanely good stats. 7% max HP. And cav and inf attack. It'll be great in your mid set. Noceros, forget it exists. This isn't wargear. This is research speed, construction speed, all that sort of stuff. We forget about it, okay? Grim Reaper, forget it. Consider it. Okay, definitely mental, consider it for sure. I didn't go for it myself. Actually, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, good. It's got good range attack. That's it. You know, early game it might be worth building. Personally, I focus entirely on this Eternal Codex. It's not that expensive. It's only 8 rares, which, you know, if we looked at some of the others, they're 13 or 10 or 11. This is quite cheap. You'll get there a lot quicker. You don't realise how much of a difference 2 or 3 makes. This is purely the best for cav and for range. Okay, it's just so good. Helldrider, Skull Crusher is good, but I'd focus more on Burning Skulls or Dark Aegis. The Dark Aegis is really good for your midst. It's one of the only items that gives army attack. It's 10%. It's only one rare. You could get this to gold for nothing, and it's 10% army attack. Focus it. This Burning Skull, 3 rares. Also, army attack. Focus entirely on these two, okay? If you're gonna really go for it, then this is the best. This is really good for ranged. It gives 35% range attack. I know it says 15%, but you also get 20% army attack. It's really good for your mid set too. But personally, I'd say just focus these two. Mega Maggot, Blight Rings. Just focus one Blight Ring, get it to gold. It's not actually that expensive. It's 7. You could probably get a second Blight Ring to gold. Just get it to gold. That's all I'm gonna say. And this is also really good for mitts. It gives army max HP, army defense. I know we don't like defense, but it still does something. Okay. Range attack 14%. It's really good for your ranged. I use it. Gargantua. Alright, this is an interesting one. Okay. I've built all these 3 things on my screen right now. Fear Drum. Build it as soon as possible. This is an insanely good item. Go for it. It's the best cavalry accessory. Build 3. Focus 1 at a time. So go from build 1, get it to gold. Build a second one, get it to gold. Build a third one, get it to gold. Don't go and get like 3 blues, you know. Just do 1 at a time. Trust me, it'll pay off way more than you think. Horn Cudgel and Gargantuan Belt. Okay, these are expensive. This is 8. This is 3. And 3 doesn't sound like much, but when you've also got this to consider, then it's expensive. So you're going to end up spending 8, 11, 15 rares to get these 3 maxed out. Every level is going to cost 15 rares, is what I'm saying. It's expensive in comparison to other ones where you're only spending like 30, you know, like sometimes 7 or 8. This is a lot. I'd focus the 3 Fear Drums and then just start to think about these 2. These 2 you still do want to build. Terraform's similar. It's really similar actually. Your Vials, they're also 1 rare, and they're exactly the same case as Fear Drums, where they're just so good. Build 1 at a time and you won't regret it. And then once you've finished with those 3, go on to these 2, the Terror Shield and the Terror Lash. They're really good infantry gear. Pretty much best in slot. I use both of them. Worm, the Coronet is all you really want to focus, but if you're like me, you'll go for the Worm one. It's the highest range attack in the game. But you could argue that there's better in the Skull Crusher. Okay, the Skull Crusher gives more attack technically. Okay, but you know, we're in rods. Yeah, it's nicer numbers, and it gives out max HP. Max HP is still good. So I decided to go for the Worm mod. The Worm mod and the Wormbone Coronet are what you want to build here. Of course, in all of these that I am saying, work from the bottom and go up. Don't go for the one right at the top straight away. They are expensive. They are meant for the, you know, pretty progressed players, the ones that are spending a lot. Here, build the mitts. Forget about the Parker, forget about the Stompers. Just build the mitts. Only these. They're not even that expensive. They're 4, okay? 4 rares. This will probably be what you use in your mitt set, in your range set, until you get pretty late game. They give really good 25% army max HP and 10% range attack. Wear these, okay? Just wear them. They'll be your highest level. Forget about the Griffin stat. Frostwing. Right, forget. And then this is an amazing item. Personally, I don't use it. But if you're putting this in your mitt set, it's 12.5% army attack with 7.5% cavalry attack and 7.5% infantry attack. Look at it that way, don't look at the way it says. And, you know, there's not much else to say. You can use it as a specialized item. You could use it as an infantry set gear. You could use it as something to put in your cavalry set. Don't use it in your ranged set. But this, it's only 4 rares. It's the only thing you want to build here. You'll get your gold in no time. That's it for the gear. I'll show you some endgame sets. I'll say endgame. I'm still pretty far from matched. Cavalry. 1 rare, 1 rare, 1 rare. 2 rares. Oh, 3. I don't know. Yeah, 3 rares. This is cheap. It's 2, I think. So all these 4 here, you could get upgraded really cheap. These they're pretty much the best you can get, but like, you know, don't focus these first. Go for something smaller in these slots, but these ones build right from the start. 1 at a time here, okay? So you gotta do 1 at a time. Infantry, it's the same, 1 at a time. Then this. These ones are more expensive, take your time with them. But the full right side you can do really cheap. Ranged. Okay. So this is where the debate comes in on what you should build. What I would say to build is 1 Ambrosial Cup, 1 ring, and 1 Burning Skull. Okay, I know I don't have a Burning Skull here, and I don't even know if I have one on the account. But build the Burning Skull, okay? It's just really good army stats, it'll work really well. This, you can use the mitts. And this, you know, I said it was cheap. It is cheap. You can get it upgraded quickly. This you want to get upgraded purely because it gives you research speed, also with good stats. This you won't have. You just won't use use the Terror Shield, or potentially the Carapace if you decided to build it. These 2 are both good options. Don't build this. I regret building this to green, even though it's only green. The options here are these 2. Boots, Dragon's Talon, pretty much it. That's pretty much what, you know, enough said. Mitt sets. Okay, we're going to mess with the mitt set a bit, and I'm going to show you what I think you should build. We're just going to clear all. We'll say here, Ambrosial Cup, Blight Ring, and then a Skull. But I don't have a Skull on here. I can't show you that. Offhand, we're going to say mitts, because they just give really good stats. Main hand, Frostwing Greatsword. Helmet. Depends what you build entirely, but I'd say the Bumble Helm. Okay. And here, this is a bit of a weird one in that it could potentially be so many things. Mainly looking at like these three. Okay. There's not really many other choices. You're looking at these three. This is your infantry. This is your range. This is your cav. I'd probably go for the fire maul if I'm honest. The boots. Dragon's talons. More max HP, infantry, and range buff. So this is what it'd look like with a burning scroll down there, and that'll be like your early game mitts. You'd see you get quite good army boosts there, 77% HP. If you get the army attack gear, you can put that in too. And you can also get pretty good stats. Mine isn't even at all. You can work with that. You can sort of work around it, try and make it semi-even. I've got empty slots here with jewels. You could put jewels in to make it more even. Yeah, so that's basically it. A lot of the gear is pretty endgame. It's pretty spender heavy, but that's the sort of the harsh reality of the game. Is that to be a rally leader or to be effective at clearing like darkness 6s, high darkness 5s, you do need to spend some money. You do need to have this gear that's just you're looking at some pretty good percentages, right? But yeah, that's it. Jewels. Since we're on the topic of gear, say I wanted to put on right now a purple guard jewel. I have 2 purple guard jewels. Okay, there's 8 slots on a piece of armor. If I was to put these two together, I was to put 2 jewels on that are both purple, they'd give me 10% attack, 10% defense. Okay, if I divide these into 8, which is covering all 8 slots, then suddenly that becomes 16%, 16% instead of 10%, 10%. So what I'm saying is make sure you fill the slots. Instead of having the higher level, if you like that little gold tint, then sure, but what I'm saying is having 4 purples would be more effective than having 1 gold. You get a higher percentage. So go for it, Same with all jewels. They're all more effective the lower grade they are. The higher grade they are, it's just, they're less and less efficient. So keep them at the lowest grade you can whilst filling up the slots. Try and get the highest selection of 8. So if you had to have like 6 blues and 2 greens, then that'd be the best. Instead of 2 purple, 2 purples and then the rest greens. You'd have better stats. But yeah, that's about it. This is quite a long video now. I don't know if I mentioned yet. I think I said I would do it at the end of the video, so I'm just going to double check. At 250 subscribers, I will give away this account here. Okay, I'll also buy a pack on it just before I give it away. Potentially upgrade the gear a bit. This is the cavalry set it is in right now. As you can see, it's got the 3 drums like I suggested, it's got the fist like I suggested, it's got the cudgel like I suggested, and the other 3 pieces of gear that I said, focus on later on. But these 5 pieces are the core. This account is level 60, it has 1 castle star, it has all free-to-play heroes, basically. Yeah, I think it even has some pay-to-play heroes. Not gold, though. I think the highest might be blue. And it also has Elite Labyrinth and Gift Shop. Okay, this is 0, so this is base by 89 million. It's very, 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 very close to T4. You'll have T4 within a month, maybe 2 months. Free to play, you can get it within a week if you pay a little bit of money. Why not, man? You get a shiny new account, why not take care of it, right? So 250 subscribers, I will give away that account. It is paired to Android using Google, but I can pair a Facebook account to it if need be for iOS. We'll see how it goes. So 250 subscribers, I will give this account away for free. Tell your friends, get everyone to subscribe. We're gonna get there, right? It's a fun little milestone for us to hit. And then later on, after that, we'll do another giveaway. But this one's a little bit, it's 196 million base rank, 210 with troops. This is 3 castle stars. Also got the Elite Labyrinth. It's another one of my ults. I'll also give this away potentially at 1k, maybe a bit higher. It seems maybe both are a little bit too close to each other. But yeah, they're the 2 accounts we're going to give away. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends about the giveaways. Get them all to come on, and we'll see you next time.